It's the AFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Cincinnati. It's the Bills and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, one game to decide who represents the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. The stadium is packed. Standing room only, a chance for their hometown team to get to the Super Bowl. Great to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and the most important thing in the building, the Lamar Hunt Trophy. It is up for grabs for the AFC Championship. Two evenly matched teams. Greg, what are you looking for in this one?
You know, I think the team that understands how to use this energy, as you said, it is electric in this building, especially for the home team. You know that you are.
To the right to represent the AFC in this year's Super Bowl. Off we go on EA Sports. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Mike, when you're grinding away in the midst of training camp, these are the moments that you fantasize about. However, it's no longer a fantasy for either of these two teams. It's their reality, and it's up to them to seize the opportunity in front of them. But for that to happen, you're going to need a big game out of their quarterback, and if he plays the way he's capable of, they could be just a few hours away from heading to the Super Bowl.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Matt Milano there to stop him. 3rd and 6. He'll drop the throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That's Greg Rousseau in there for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
This is taken at the 25. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
We talked to him earlier in the week, Mike, and he tried to downplay this as just another game, but I think after seeing him on the field during warm-ups, that's gone out the window. You can tell it's starting to set in just how big of an opportunity this really is. They've outlasted every team in the AFC except for the one they're about to face. And if they're able to beat him, man, they'll have a chance to do something really special. And for that to happen, they're going to need him to lead the way as they try to overcome this intimidating atmosphere. And if he does that, they could be holding the Lamar Hunt Trophy in just a few short hours.
His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll go play action here with Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
from the shotgun. It's Allen. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. We'll try and run here with Cook. Mark him right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a first down picked up on the ground.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space in front?
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Once you get down into this part of the field, most teams call it the red area. You have to finish with 6 points. Anything less than that feels like a little bit of a letdown, and after that sack, their chances of coming away with 6 get a lot more difficult.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Here's Allen to throw. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. On fourth down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. His kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense going to take over now for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They're trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a first down. Now Robinson. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Sending a receiver right. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Motion man, set right. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw taken in. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Taken in by Gesicki.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They bring a tight end in motion left. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Another run here for Robinson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
It's good. And the Bengals will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. A gain there of 13 yards.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand it.
He bought as much time as he could, but he was finally taken down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes. Tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and long. From the gun, Josh Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Receiver in motion, headed left. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Will take a 6-3 lead.
And this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Allen. He's got a man downfield. It's Shakir. His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a first down. So a quarter in the books in the AFC Championship. 6-3 is our score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Cook. Yards are hard to come by there. They work it down to the 37-yard line. 2nd down and 8. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Out of the gun, here's Allen. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. 3rd down coming up. Here's Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Here Here's Robinson. He'll work forward for a couple. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Here's third down and a few inches. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on third and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Man in motion, heading left. They'll look to throw again. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. So, after two straight incompletions, here's third and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. So, instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here.
You always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll begin with first and 10. Now it's Allen. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Really nice job defensively. They were all over that from the jump. Initially, I thought he was going to break away and pick up something positive, but at the end of it all, he ended up going backwards.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. From the gun, it's Allen. That one intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play. Because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
The Bengals offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
All right, boys, let's keep it up. On 6, not 3.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this ball batted away and incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop the throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They hit another 17. Back-to-back plays of 17 yards. And another 1st down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
He's got it at the 3.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually,
that one is caught beyond the pylon. Curtis Samuel, touchdown Cincinnati. It felt like they needed a touchdown, Greg, in the worst way after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
and it felt like they really needed it. As you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6, it starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt, saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. On first down, it's Allen. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Allen. And it's downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Bills first down. Allen will throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Allen on third down. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Buffalo.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. The It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This taken at the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Samuel has it working in the middle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They run over center with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll go again with Robinson. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
They send the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Looking to Samuel on the outlet. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw yet again. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
York now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bengals add on 1 more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Now Allen. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing again, it's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. So now the Bengals use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Taken at the 19. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Throwing now. Allen here on 1st down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. Now Allen. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this 1st half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Which one of these 2 clubs is going to be Super Bowl bound? We'll find out in just a little bit. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Washington Commanders squaring off against the New Orleans Saints.
Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless, of course, we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Now Allen on first down. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Off the play fake, here's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Here's first and 10. Run with Cook. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Bills. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Pass's kick is good. And the Bills will cut the deficit to 7. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. He'll set up to throw. Throws downfield and hauled in by Samuel. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. The idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On first down, it's Robinson. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle.
Play it safe, boys. Play it safe. 2 yards here. Let's go. Hit him with a trick play, coach.
Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. He'll drop to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
York, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense about ready to take over once more. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Allen going to throw again. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Once again, it's Cook. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop. Here now, 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Allen. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Bengals will take over at their own 14-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Going up top. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to the air one more time. Looking to Samuel on the out route. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw again. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll look to throw yet again. A throw on the move is caught.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Bengals. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. In motion, Shakir. Throw on the run is complete. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow. And the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
So after the big play to start, now we have first and goal. Here's Cook. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Second and goal. One more time with Cook. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up third and goal. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Let's put 6 on the board, fellas. He's been open all day.
They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third and long.
Let's go, that ball down the feet.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. One quarter remains here in the AFC Championship game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. The Bengals out and ready to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. on the ground. It's Cook to start this drive. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. Catch to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Bills first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Cook, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. 3rd and 5. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on down. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll motion over Samuel. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. What a performance. Reception number 14 for the first down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Bills offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. A run out of the gun with Cook. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Now Allen on first down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw is Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw again, it's Allen. That is caught. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Bills. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race.
Boys, let's get a few yards on this play.
Tight end going in motion here. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They put a receiver in motion to the left. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and a yard. A carry here for Brown. A pickup of 14 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Get in the end zone, fella.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Taken in by Gesicki. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Throwing now from the gun. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We're back to crown an AFC champion after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Brown. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's pinned. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now it's York for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll drop to throw.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
Big play coming up, 3rd and 7, and the crowd on their feet. He's got his man, that's Coleman. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as as his head comes around. If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. One more time going up top with Allen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Throwing again, it's Allen. He's got it at the 3. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. With 1 timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
The Bengals offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Only 1 timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. One in the win column for the Bengals as they will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy. They are off to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks as champions of the AFC. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left.